Bonjour, bienvenue à l'émission. Chris ici. Quand sous le nom 10 Club 3. Chris here, aka 10 Club 3. Welcome to the show. I'm gonna start out today, obviously talking about what happened in Canada the other day. And ISIS. Bunch of jackasses. I'm going to start with, I was at the cancer center yesterday in the waiting room, and this Fox News report was back on. They were showing, the first parliamentary session, or the beginning of the proceedings, the morning after all that. So, and a few things struck me about it. One, Canada's parliament looks strikingly similar to England's. That has nothing to do with this video. I just thought I would point that out. And two, the unity that their government shows. I don't know if this is stuff that they do every day, because obviously I don't watch like whatever the Canadian version of C-SPAN would be every day. They start the parliamentary session with a prayer and the joint singing of the national anthem, and then the Prime Minister spoke. And they had it on Fox News, and of course they're gonna Fox News. You broadcast news in general, it's all crap. It's all what they want you to believe. That's a whole nother subject. I'm not going to get off track that far today. But what was said, and something that struck me in two ways. I believe it was Shepard Smith's show that was on, and they pointed out that Stephen Harper, the Prime Minister of Canada's response to ISIS was so much stronger than that of President Obama's, and it was surprising to them. Now, two things struck me about that. Number one, yeah, it's true. Canada's response has been so much more swift, not sidestepping, not dancing around the subject. But the thing that struck me the most about it, I think, was the fact that these Fox News reporters it took them by surprise, like they considered Canada to be a weak country and not able to speak up or whatever. Like, I know some Canadians and they are some strong bastards. Physically, mentally, otherwise good people. I mean, it's like, I don't know if everybody just perceives Canada as a weak country because they're generally friendlier people. Their murder rate is so much lower than here. I don't know. But for the reason that they decided to join our coalition against ISIS or against Islam or whatever your side of the story is, ISIS decided, well, we're going to attack Canada. And is it the same notion that maybe they think that, well, Canada's weak, we can just go in and attack them? Well, number one, they're not. Canada's not weak. Canada has a strong military. Canada has us. We have them. We have their back. You mess with Canada, you're messing with our brothers, and we take that very seriously as American citizens. I mean, at least most of us. If you don't take that seriously, you're an asshole. So yeah, we stand on guard for thee. As your anthem says, we will say it with you. I know the hockey game in Ottawa was postponed between the Leafs and Senators, and in the Pittsburgh game, they all, you know, sung the Canadian national anthem together, which I thought was a pretty cool move, even for a shit team with a shit captain who whines a lot and gets a lot of calls that probably nobody else would get, but that's neither here nor there, and that's a whole nother subject, and I'm getting off topic again. As I wear this nice Gotham City Penguins shirt here that my friend Andy got me from forhumanpeoples.com. I'll probably put a link in the description for that. But anyway, what I believe as far as ISIS goes, I believe anybody has the right on this earth to practice whatever religion you believe in. If you believe a shoe is your all-powerful being and you want to worship your shoe, so be it. Do it peacefully on your own. But whenever your religion, or if you believe that your religion calls for you to go and kill everybody else that doesn't follow your religion, even your own fellow practitioners who don't necessarily believe that part of your religion, then I just think you deserve to be dealt with. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't want people roaming this earth that think that, like, well, if you don't believe what I believe, well, I'm going to just chop your head off and make an example of you. So, first of all, you don't scare us whatsoever. By all means, like, you know, this is the last country you want to come and attack. I mean, trying to attack in Canada was stupid, but an overwhelming majority of citizens here have guns, so, I mean, if you come here, you better come here in force, because your ass will be dealt with. But two, on the flip side of that, maybe you could argue the same, that we could be doing the same. The U.S. government, we could be sending people, troops, to these countries to combat against Islam in the name of God. And a lot of people believe that, and that's why a lot of people hate us. Is it our place to be there? I don't honestly believe so. If we were asked for help, that would be one thing, but I don't think it's our job to jump in and just start drone bombing the hell out of everybody. That's not what the majority of Americans are about. You know, honestly, people want to complain about things like Obamacare and how much money that's wasting. Do you people realize how much money we spend every day bombing terrorists, or what we think are terrorists that half the time end up being civilians? Oops. Mistakes. I don't want to get too political, I'm sorry. I hate getting into all this because it just starts arguments. I'm not the most religious person in the world, but I do have my own beliefs. I'm not going to go into it. I believe what a lot of people believe, but I believe in a different way. I have my own way of doing things, and that's my prerogative. So I want to transition from this. I have no segue to go into my next topic because it just does not... Yeah, there's no way to segue it. And I'm going to go into my beef with terrestrial radio these days, and I am done with it. I'm absolutely done with it. It's just... you want to hold on, you want to hope, and you want to believe that it's just going to go back to the way it was, but it's not. There used to be a time you could call up, you could talk to your local DJ, you could request a song. Those days are gone. It's over. It's just complete commercial. 9 times out of 10, you're listening to some show that's being syndicated nationwide, to somebody who you're never going to be able to talk to. Sure, you can send a tweet to the show. They may or may not mention it. 99% chances they won't mention it. unless you're mentioning something that has to do with one of their sponsors or something in it. They are contractually obligated to play, let's say, Shake It Off 5 times an hour. That's why you hear basically the same 5-6 songs repeated over and over hourly throughout the day on these stations, because they're under contract to do so. That's why you don't have request hours or anything like that, and if you do, then it's followed by an ungodly amount of commercials. So yeah, I'm now listening to things like Pandora. May consider a satellite subscription in the future. I think I may just go to Pandora One. I kind of like that a lot. There's other services out there where you can actually discover people, like SoundCloud. That's a very good place to go to discover new music if you want to. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that subject. Segueing into fall games. Fall game lineup. What do you guys plan on picking up? I think I'm going to get Advanced Warfare. I'm going to go ahead and pre-order that so I can get the Day Zero edition. I can play it 24 hours sooner than everybody else. With twice the XP earned. Woohoo. Also, there's Grand Theft Auto 5 again for the newer consoles, and I will be buying that again. It was just that good before, and I can only imagine how much better it's going to be now. Again, 30 people online, it's going to be chaos. There's Assassin's Creed Unity, Sunset Overdrive, the Master Chief Collection if you're one of the ex-boners, Far Cry 4, Dragon Age Inquisition, Little Big Planet 3, list goes on. If I left anything out, please comment about it. I want to know what you guys plan on picking up, what you're playing this fall, what you may pick up in the future. A lot of games got pushed back to next year, like every freaking racing game for PlayStation 4, which sucks, because I want to play a racing game, damn it. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to wrap up the show today. It's Friday. Woohoo! I know to some of you that means nothing. To those of you, I apologize sincerely. Anyway, for me that means not much of anything.